Well, fellas, let's go into our news of the week. After the news, we'll start answering phone calls and questions. But news of the week is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage. EagleMortgageCompany.com. They know mortgages. They've known mortgages for well over 30 years. Holly Schneiderwind and her team of mortgage brokers are very customer service oriented, work hard to make sure you as a borrower are matched with the right home loan. And it doesn't matter whether you're going conventional or if you want to do the FHA, VA, they can help you with all of that. Sit down with them and they can find out what your unique needs are. Shop a variety of banks that provide loans and match you up with the best one. EagleMortgageCompany.com. Well, guys, some people may have heard this on the news just before our show started this morning, but OPPD is looking at investing $2 billion in order to expand electricity generating capacity. And part of this is due to regular population growth and business growth, but a lot of it is due to industrial growth. You know, Omaha is a big data center capital, one of the data center capitals of the country now, and you need to produce a lot of electricity as the economy has heated up. The electronic e-commerce and all those related things have heated up starting with the pandemic. There's more and more demand on data centers. They're a good source of economic activity. So Omaha's got to crank it up so that we can have that reliable power for the long-term future.
Yeah, I know when I was driving by the new Google data center out on State Street the other day, one of the first buildings up, but also there's a huge substation going up right in front of it. So you can, anytime these data centers come in, you can see all the new power infrastructure going along the highways with their bright, shiny new poles.
Yeah, OPPD has really become a big powerhouse. Thank you. And I remember when they were putting up the huge high tension wires and everything, the wheels, how they strung those wires. That was the coolest thing a few years ago. But it looks like, according to the articles, 2.5% to 3% increases. I would think that a lot of that gets passed along to the data centers, unless they have incentives or something like that. But the consumers will stomach some of that. But if we need the infrastructure, we need it.
Well, and OPPD's doing a good job of mixing it up. You know, they still have their coal-fired plant, which, you know, is kind of the old standby. And I know some people are not too excited about that environmentally, but I think it's nice to have some redundancy and some versatility in your power generating. They've really worked hard on these natural gas plants, which are a lot cleaner than coal. And then Trenton, I know you were involved in a land deal with OPPD a while back for a solar farm.
Yeah, and they should still own it. I mean, I'd only sold them part of it, but they have, I think, about at least 1,200 acres along the what's the corridor?
Is it Platteview?
Platteview Road Expressway. It'll eventually be an expressway, but from about 156 all the way out to probably 192nd or something like that. There's a lot of controversy on whether that property should be held as farms to become everything from shopping centers to office buildings and neighborhoods. But they have to explore those different types of power, and you know, everybody's about clean energy nowadays, but it's got to make good economic sense. And I was just reading a thing about how microplastics, about when they recycle plastic bottles and everything, the human body is getting all kinds of small little bits of plastic that can cause cancers and things like that. So we all want to be energy conscious. We all want to be environmentally friendly and stuff. But sometimes the effort can be negative.
Like the cure is worse than the disease.
Yeah, and some of those alternative energy things like the solar, that is an economic development driver to bring some of these big national companies that the Chamber's trying to lure to Omaha and the metro area. You know, it's something they look for.
Yeah, it's definitely a plus, and you know, creating the solar panels and all of that can be economic activity in and of itself. Now, the question that's going to pop up from this, we know it's going to be coming. Some people are going to say, "Hey, if it's going to cause rates to go up, why do we want these damn data centers? Let's not have those." I think the argument can be made, though, that these data centers are cutting edge technology. They're a very big part of major economic production in this time in history. And I don't think Omaha wants to be without that. I think we want to be in that game because there are a lot of collateral and related economic benefits from having these big data centers here, that it's worth it if we have to continue to upgrade our power supply.
Well, it starts with the construction jobs, Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Someone sells the land. There's a lot of money that gets pumped into our economy, and these construction jobs have gone on for almost, a decade probably by now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a big plus. Well, something that's not quite as big as $2 billion, but still a major project, is the Omaha Public Library's new central location, planned for the southwest corner of 72nd and Dodge. The city of Omaha announced this week through a press release that construction is about ready to begin. So this massive 96,000 square foot central library, which according to the architectural renderings will be absolutely beautiful, is going to replace the Do Space. The Do Space is the 2-story building, which was once a Borders bookstore. That's going to be demolished not too long from now.
Yeah, we're really breaking down Borders in Omaha.
Yeah, and it's going to be demolished not too long from now. The Do Space services will be temporarily relocated to the Abrams Library on 90th Street. And then in 2026...
North 90th.
North 90th, yep, clarification. And then in 2026, guys, we will have an absolutely beautiful library facility that will be an architectural landmark.
And then I'll have about 90,000 square foot for lease, the former Shopco at 84th and Frederick, where the current administration and archives and distribution is being held at Frederick Square. So now line up to lease that.
So now Trenton is promoting listings that will become available in 2026. That is a proactive broker right there. That's why he's legendary. Brad, you know a thing or two about buildings and architecture and all that sort of thing. This building truly will be a landmark.
Yeah, it sure will be a nice centerpiece to kind of balance out the new crossroads coming in across the street.
If I remember correctly, they're going to have about a 50-foot high warehouse with technology that probably Amazon is using, where you can get any book within 2 minutes. The way the robots will work.
It'll be that efficient. Well, the city of Omaha is saying that this will be one of the single largest investments that a public library system in the United States has made in several years. The space will have the normal library features, but it will also incorporate everything that people loved and currently love about Do Space. As far as some exact dates are concerned, Do Space's last day at 72nd and Dodge will be June 13th. It'll reopen in the temporary Abrams branch on June 17th. They're going to have this is kind of interesting, a grand opening celebration for a temporary location on June 24th. Then, like we said earlier, the new Omaha Central Public Library expected to open sometime in 2026.
I wonder if they're going to have like a garage sale or a estate sale. You can get like a microfiche machine or something like that.
I'm sure there'll be a line out the door. So, guys, think about this. 2026, that's going to be a big year. So, Mutual of Omaha's skyscraper opens, the streetcar system opens, and this landmark central library at 72nd and Dodge will open. We all have to wait around for 2026 because we're going to have a lot to talk about on Grow Omaha.
It's going fast, guys. This has been a fast year.
And just think about how much construction has to happen between now and 2026. That's going to be
And then the next project
impressive.
will be started by then and maybe almost done, half done or something like that.
Yeah, Trenton, you and I were just chatting briefly before the show about the next project. And if you drive by Saddle Creek and Farnham on the northwest corner of the University of Nebraska Medical Center campus, you can see the site that was formerly home to the J.P. Lord School and the Monroe Meyer Institute has been graded like crazy. And then on the west side of Saddle Creek, it looks like there's some dirt surcharging that I assume is going to be related to the new administrative tower. And then there's going to be a parking garage over there and an extension of the street. So a lot of activity.
And then the steel castings plant is down to the steel.
Yeah, the frame. Yeah. So I can't wait to see what that looks like.
That'll be incubator and offices and
that should open, I think that's 2025 where it opens, or maybe even sooner. So we won't have to wait quite as long for the steel castings plant to become the innovation center. And that's your news of the week, which is brought to you by Eagle Mortgage, eaglemortgagecompany.com. They know mortgages. Give them a call or stop by 114th and Davenport Street.
If you like this video, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. And remember, Grow Omaha is not just media. This is a mission. We are trying to build up Omaha and make it an even better place. We can only do that with your help. Share this video with your friends, neighbors, and family.